Hello, guys. Happy Tuesday. This is your girl, Chacha Mo. Welcome to another episode of Making Moves with Chacha Mo. And we are on day 2 of Gratitude Month, right? Thank you so much for joining me today. So, my name is Mo from Mo Spark Digital. This is where we help everyday parents, busy professionals, to earn extra income alongside their 9 to 5 job without burning out. That's exactly what we do here. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you are joining live, say hello, say hi, let me know where you're joining from. And if you're watching a replay, put in hashtag replay. So welcome to day 2 of our 30 days of gratitude and vision for working parents. So yesterday was about the gifts of life. We're grateful for the gifts of life. So today we'll be talking about our journey, your journey, how far you've come, and because all of us, our experiences have shaped us to be who we are today. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. Everything has shaped us to who we have become today. And then because we are busy, life is always like moving fast, all of us, we're all rushing. How often do we focus on what we still need to get instead of appreciating what we have right now? Because we all want more. We are humans. We just have that drive. We want more. We want something better. We want this. We want that. Some of us are Christians who have like long list of prayer requests that we pray every day, that God, I need this, I need that, I need to do this, I need that. But how often do we pause and be grateful for our journey, as in how far we've come? Because we've come a very long way. Well, like me now, I'm in my 40s. It can only be like grace. We've come a very long way, but most times we don't wait to just appreciate how far we've come. We're always focused on what we are missing, what we want, and then that, and when we keep focusing on that, we can't be grateful for what we've had, and then we can't picture what we want. We are not able to, to see the vision. What do we want for ourselves? We're not able to dream because we are focused on the problem right now, what is happening for us right now. So today, I want you to think back like 10 years back or 20 years back to where you were 20 years ago or 10 years ago. Where were you? As in, who were you then? What were you doing? What were you worried about? What were your challenges? What were you facing? And what did your life look like then? What did you look like? For me, like 17 years, if I look back 17 years ago, I was moving countries, like leaving everything familiar behind, leaving my family, my friends, everything I've grown up with, the culture, the people around me, the food, the weather, completely change of scenery. That was me 17 years ago because I was moving countries. And then we at 10 years ago, like I had to change careers because of job loss and everything. So I kind of start all over again. And then becoming a parent, financial struggles, and all those kind of things. So we've come a long way. And all our experiences, everything that we've been through shapes us to who we are today. As I said, all the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that we've ever experienced has shaped us to who we are today. And as I said, sometimes the experiences they are difficult, as in how many of you have been in difficult seasons before? Do let me know in the comments because I sure have been through loads of difficult seasons. And then sometimes those seasons it feels unfair. You'll be like, you've been showing up, you've been praying, you've been fasting. If you are like me, that I'm a Christian, I go to church, I serve, I help, I'm always there, tithing, you're doing everything, and you feel like, oh my gosh, it feels unfair that Lord, people that don't even know you, they are doing better than you, and doing all those kind of things. And if we are not careful, we start comparing ourselves to somebody else, to someone else, and that's really not That's not ideal. And sometimes we've been in situations where life is confusing. We don't even understand what exactly is happening, why this is happening to us, why do I have to go through this, why is this not working out, this is not how I planned this, why is it not panning out as I intended. We have all those things. But as I said, looking back now, we can see how every chapter, everything we've been through is preparing us for the next chapter. I can say that. And I used to say these things that we live life forward, but we understand it backwards. While we are in the situation, while we are going through the challenges, the troubles, and everything, we can't understand why we are going through it. We don't understand why the doors are closed in our faces and everything. We don't understand that. We feel hurt, we feel disappointed, we feel like we are not where we want to be. We don't understand that at that moment what we're going through. But some months, weeks, or years down the line, when you look back and then you try and process what happened during that season, most of the time you're always like, wow, I'm grateful that that didn't happen. I'm grateful that this didn't work out, because most times there's always something better for us, but we don't understand it while we are going through. Of course, we are blind to it. We can't see what's happening. So we are just like, Lord, I need to get out of this situation. I don't understand what's happening. We are, overwhelmed sometimes, disappointed. So many emotions we go through at that point in time, but we can't see, or we can't understand it. But months, weeks, years down the line, we look back, we become grateful. And sometimes what all those experiences, that is what becomes wisdom, right? That is what gives us wisdom. That is what we call wisdom, because we've learned from what we've been through. And most times, whatever we've been through, we're able to help somebody else with this, or share about it with somebody else, and it makes their own path better. So sometimes we go through for other people's benefit as well. So it's not only for you. So you get wisdom, you get it's just one of those seasons. So can any of you relate? So if you've been in any difficult seasons, and some months or years down the line, you realize, okay, you've learned your lesson, you have some wisdom to share, and you're grateful that you've been through that, because if it happens again, you know how to navigate it. If you've been through that, just put me in the comment, let me know that I'm not the only one. And then another thing I would like to talk about today is we shouldn't despise the days of little beginnings, because one of the biggest challenges is, as I said earlier, we compare ourselves. We compare our own chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. As in, that really doesn't add up, does it? It's just like comparing apples to pear. It doesn't add up. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what their challenges have been. Everybody's journey is different. We all have like different journeys. So everybody's journey is different. You can't compare your journey with somebody else's. And do you know the funny thing is that social media is full of people's highlights, as in highlight reels, the holidays, the money they made, the wins, the achievements. Hardly do we see people come on social media and share their struggles. That I'm struggling, I haven't eaten, my kids are suffering, or I haven't done this. People usually don't come in and share their struggles. We usually see the highlights. And sometimes, if you're not careful, we feel like we are behind. We feel like everybody's is moved on, everybody's life is getting ahead. I feel like I'm the only one stuck, I'm the only one left behind because things are not working the way I want, or I'm not where I want to be. But as I said, it is not wise comparing your chapter 2 to somebody else's chapter 20. It just doesn't add up. We need to learn to be our own yardstick. If you pause and then look back and like compare yourself, be your own yardstick. Look back to 10 years behind and now. So did you remain the same person? Have you been the same person all along? Or have you grown? Have you seen changes? Have you seen growth? Have you seen improvement in yourself? Exactly. So that's what we need to do, to make ourselves our own yardstick and not compare ourselves to other people. So for everything we've been through in our journey, we need to be grateful for it. So as I said, today we are grateful for our journey, because everybody's journey is unique. Your timeline is unique. Your assignment is unique. We're all here for different things. So we are all unique beings. So stop measuring your progress against somebody else's progress. We are all walking different paths. Be your own yardstick. Measure yourself against your own progress, how far you've come and how far you've grown. And then the question isn't why am I not where they are right now? No, the question is, am I growing from where I used to be? Am I better off from where I used to be? Am I a better person from where I used to be to now? So that's what we need to be doing, and not comparing ourselves to other people. So as I said, do not despise the days of little beginning. So now let's talk about gratitude. So not gratitude for perfection, because yes, this is not where we want to be, but also we are grateful that we are not where we used to be. I'm so grateful and thankful, but I'm not where I used to be. Days where my mindset is like always warps, where I'm always like everything is always like bad things are always happening because I've done something and things like that, where my mindset is warped. I just can't think right. I don't think positively. I'm just like I have that victim mindset, like okay, everything is just wrong. I can't do anything. It's always when it comes to my turn, that's when it all goes pear shapes. As in, all those kind of things. I'm grateful for how far I've gone from days of wallowing in death, seeing no way out. I don't even know which way to go or which direction to go. I have come a long way. So look back from how far you've come and be grateful for your journey. A challenge may have made you stronger. I've been through so many challenges that have made me stronger that sometimes now I look back and I'm like, oh, even if that thing happens again, it can't face me because I've been through it. I've been through something like that before. So I know what to do when it happens again. So that's the thing. So it could be the challenge that made you stronger, or a disappointment that redirected your path. Like I can give you an example of that one. A disappointment that redirected my path is how I came about starting this online business. It was because I was pushed to the wall. As I said, I share my story all the time because I was a geologist by profession. I started as a geologist working in the oil and gas industry, and during the oil crash, I lost my job. So I had to retrain again. I retrained as a data analyst. And by the time, and when you start something new, you start from the beginning, right? So once I started, and as a family of four, I have kids, we need to pay bills and everything like that. As I just started my new job, because I don't have much experience as data analyst. So I was starting at the bottom. My pay was very small. Just a couple of months into the job, my husband lost his job. And he's been like 80% of our family income. He brings that in. Now he loses his job. How am I supposed to do? As in, where do I go from there? So that's one of the biggest disappointments. As in, that was one of the worst times of my life that I feel like, Lord, where do I go from here? When you've been pushed against the wall and there's nowhere to go. That was what made me start this business. I was like, I am down, 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 down. Like, there's nowhere else to go except to come up. When I saw this opportunity, I was scared. I was worried. I was like, I don't even know how I'm going to do this because it didn't make sense to me. I'm not a camera person. I'm not a social media person. But life forced me to do that, right? So that's one of the things. And the amazing thing is that I am loving that journey because now I am learning to know more about myself, my true self, who I really want to be, who I am becoming. And I'm loving the journey. As I said, now I read a lot. I have like a 360-degree mindset shift and things like that. That's all that comes with the business and the monetary upside. And guess what? It was a disappointment that made me start this journey. And now I'm enjoying it. So that's what I'm saying, that a disappointment that redirected your path. So be grateful for that. So for that job loss and my husband's job loss, I am thankful that that happened, because if that didn't happen, I will not be here today. I won't be doing this business. I won't be forward thinking and start thinking about retirement, how I'm going to help my kids with their fees and all those kind of things without bringing them in. That I won't be here thinking about that because I will still be in my comfort zone, thinking that, oh well, I have arrived. I have a stable job, and then I have salary. Even though I don't have like extra and much savings, because once you pay bills, there's really not a lot less. I will still be in my comfort zone if that didn't happen then. So yes, I am thankful that I had that journey. See, that this is what I'm talking about. We live life forward, but we understand it backwards. Looking back now, I am so grateful that that happened, because if it didn't, I wouldn't be on this journey. I won't be on this countdown to my retirement. I won't be on this count down to being boss free and being financially free, I won't be on this journey. So I'm grateful for that disappointment. So look back to your life to for your journey. What is it that you are excited about? What is it that you're thankful for? That is it's happened in the past, but you're thankful that it happened because it's changed you, it's made you a better person, or it's redirected your path, or a failure that taught you to value something. It could be that, or it could be maybe a difficult season that deepened your faith, because most times when things happen, that's when we draw that things happen to draw us closer to God, because when things happen that beyond your control, circumstances beyond your controls, you have to call the extra power that, Lord, I can't do this by myself. So maybe you've been through one of those challenges that deepened your faith, deepened your trust, and things like that. So I'm going to ask you today, what's one lesson your journey has taught you? Let me know in the comments. I've been through so many things that, and I'm really grateful for my journey so far. So I would like to know, I would like you guys to share in the comments, what's one thing your journey has taught you so far. So now let's look forward. So we've talked about gratitude. The next thing is talk about the vision. So today's vision question is, what chapter are you stepping into next? What's your next chapter? What are you dreaming about? What's the next thing for you? What chapter are you choosing to step into personally? For some people, it could be a chapter of faith to grow stronger in their faith, in their relationship, in their religion. For others, it could be a chapter of financial growth, financial freedom. For others, it could be a chapter of healing, emotionally, physically, financially, whatever healing you want. It could be that's where you're stepping into, or you could be where you finally stop putting your dreams on hold, that you're ready to start pursuing your dream, to start making things better. What exactly is your next chapter that you're stepping into? So that's the vision. So pause and think that what's the next thing you want to step into? What's the next chapter you want to step into? I keep saying my own next chapter is to be financially free. I'm tired of 9 to 5. I'm tired of building everybody else's dream. I'm tired of having to take permission before I do anything. I just want to do things in my own time, on my own pace, whenever I want, however I want, and according to my terms as well. That's my next chapter. That's what I'm stepping into. That's why I'm building this my business. That's my vision. So whatever your chapter whatever your next chapter is, if you're okay to share, let me know in the comment. I've shared mine already. So, and I want everyone listening to imagine yourself 1 year from now. What does your life look like? 1 year from now, just imagine, pause and dream. Like, what would you like your life to look like a year from now? And start dreaming. That's the vision. That's what we need to look forward to. So what has changed? How do you feel? What are you proud of? Write it down. What are the things that you would like, to see in your life 1 year from now? That's the vision. Write it down, make it plain, and then just keep dreaming about it. So that's it. So today, be grateful for your journey. So that's it from me today. So be grateful for your journey, every lesson, every challenge, every breakthrough, every disappointment, every chapter. None of it is wasted. As I said, none of it is wasted. It's useful for you because you will learn from it. It will become wisdom one day. You will use it to help other people as well. So no experience is wasted. Either good, bad, or ugly. It all works together and it shapes you to be who all your experiences have shaped you to be who you are today. So none of it is wasted. So finally, for today's question, so what chapter are you stepping into? That's your vision question. So think about that and then write it down, and then remember to be grateful for your journey, for how far you've come. Thank you so much for joining me today. So if you're going to join me again tomorrow, let me know in the comments. I'll see you again tomorrow for day 3, and hopefully I might bring in a guest to join me, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now. Okay.